So it is 3:42 a.m. I am going to start in about a minute or less. Okay. Uh, so what is the title? What did I call this? Uh, oh, the final purge. Okay. So so this is for anyone who catches this live stream later. Okay. Or who ends up joining me during the stream. Okay. Um, So the final purge, this is about, um, we've been cleansing, purging, releasing things that no longer serve us, packing lighter as we, uh, as we ascend. Okay. So, the higher we ascend, the lighter that we pack. Okay. And so, on each level, we are leaving a little bit of debris uh, behind. Okay. And so for me, where I am on this path personally, I felt like, earlier today I took a nap. Okay. It wasn't, I wouldn't say earlier because it was time to actually go to bed. When normal people go to bed. But us nocturnal creatures, we tend to, create our own schedules. So I think I actually laid down and got tired probably around 10 or 11. Okay. And I hadn't slept at all last night. So when I did the live earlier on Saturday, um, that was off no sleep the night before because I had my grandbabies Okay, and they were up. Well, my oldest granddaughter was up all night, and so was I. Okay, so I hadn't slept all night, and um, so I finally did lay down. I guess around 10 or 11 p.m. and I actually fell asleep, which is rare. Okay, I feel like I don't sleep. That's what I feel like. I feel like I'd never sleep. I feel like um, welcome to the one person who has joined. So yeah, I feel like I never sleep, and I actually fell asleep around 10 or 11 earlier today, and I actually fell asleep and got a couple of hours of sleep. So I've been up for about 30, 45 minutes. So I probably got up around 3 a.m. actually, and I wasn't going to do a witching hour release. Well, I got up a little bit earlier than that because I actually had time to watch this tarot reader that I'm actually getting ready to share with you guys. Okay, uh, so that was basically what facilitated my final purge, because, like I said, overall, I feel like I have, I've done very well as far as dealing with everything that I have gone through over this past year. uh, I feel like I'm, at a point where I truly, am able to forgive and, not be holding, I'm not really holding any, bitterness or anger, resentment, or any of that. I'm ready to just move forward, you know what I'm saying, into, this new space and walk forward into my blessings. Okay. That's my concern. That is my, that's what's on my radar. And so I'm not really concerned with, anything in the past, um, you know, as recent past as yesterday. I'm not concerned. Okay. I'm concerned with this moment right now of now, in which I am creating. And I'm concerned with, me walking into my creations. Okay. I'm concerned with the reality that I'm creating for myself moving forward. Okay. And so, I'm more than willing to let go and release of, anything that, is not conducive to propelling me forward. Okay. And so I didn't realize. So I'm thinking, I have let go. I'm just ready to go, because that's all I've, that's the only reason why you linger around, on certain levels, is because you got to do your complete purge. You cannot take any baggage, any garbage. You must be light as a feather. Okay. And so I'm like, I'm trying to be light as a feather. What do I need? What else do I need to release? What do I need to stop eating? What do I need to do? You know what I'm saying? I'm so ready, like, and so like I said, when I went to sleep earlier, um, I don't know. I don't remember having a dream or anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember having a dream. I just woke up and was feeling better. Okay. Uh, Yeah, this is it is so ethereal. Confident Soul. This is Kaizen Blue. So I will put his link in the description. He is a YouTuber. I love his music as well. So yeah, he has a nice little playlist on his channel. And this particular song I really love in particular. It is it's called I Deserve You. And he's basically saying, I know what I deserve. And so this is kind of where we all should be if you haven't really manifested this reflection of self-love for yourself, in your outer reality, to its full capacity. Then this is where we should all be, knowing what you deserve, and expecting that, and accepting nothing less than what you deserve. So the song uh is very appropriate, and the vibe, is just as, is very conducive, as well, to being able to release and move forward, light as a feather. So yeah, I love it as well. So So basically, I fell asleep earlier, okay? And like I said, it's rare that I feel like I actually have fallen asleep and I'm getting sleep. Like I really feel like, how am I even, still alive? Because I feel like I don't sleep, okay? At the most, I may get like, I feel like an hour or two of sleep a night. You know what I'm saying? Um, and it's not like I'm running around tired all the time either. It's just feel like I don't really need that much sleep. You know what I'm saying? But to be able to lay down and actually go to sleep, and like I said, I didn't sleep long then. I laid down probably around, like I said, between 10 and 11, and got up somewhere between 2:30 and 3:30 because I had time to watch this tarot reader. And it's rare that I watch. I don't really watch too many of the male tarot readers, simply because of where I've been in this past year. I was very uh vulnerable, and I just felt like really raw and what I was going through. So, and I felt like I was in the spiritual hospital. Okay, that's what I call it, quote unquote. That the part of the path that I was on, for most, well, I would say the beginning part of this year was the quote unquote spiritual hospital, where I was being nursed back to, what I'm saying, spiritual health by, what I'm saying, the nurses who are, what I'm saying, people who work in the spiritual community in different capacities. But a lot of them are the tarot readers, what I'm saying, the mediums, the psychics, those who are channeling spirit, helping to give me clarity on some things, you know what I'm saying? And basically to realize that I, need to trust my own intuition and my own spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because this is basically what they are doing, on a greater scale than what I was, you know what I'm saying, when I first started. And so, um, so I didn't listen to a lot of the male ones while I was in the spiritual hospital, okay? Simply because they, there's a compassion, there's a softness, when you go to, the mother aspect of, um, of the dynamic, as far as the twin flames go, as far as the feminine, the masculine, feminine aspects of quote unquote God. Okay. And so, and not saying that, that a man cannot embody those feminine aspects. They most definitely can. Um, but, the women just tended to be, a lot more nurturing, and appropriate for what I needed, at that time. So, now I'm stronger. So now I can, you know what I'm saying? I can, and it's not like, it's just like something that the nurturing quality, basically, that mothering quality that women naturally have. A lot of the tarot readers, there was even some of the women tarot readers who were exhibiting a more masculine energy that I also was not able to listen to when I was, in the spiritual hospital. Okay. Now I can listen to them. Some of them, they may have had like a quirky little sense of humor. Some of them might have, just cussed too much. Some of them may have, whatever, when I was very delicate and raw. At that time, I needed, some very specialized care. And so the ones who were softer, who were more nurturing, who were more, giving off a more feminine energy, it was what I needed when I was very vulnerable. And so the ones who had the sense of humor, who were going more off humor, who were going more off of a masculine energy, I could not take them. Even though they were speaking truth, it was much too uh, harsh. It was given in much too, like, I needed to feel the compassion, in a very strong way, coming along with the truth. You know what I'm saying? I needed to feel the understanding, you know what I'm saying, to come along with it. And so, and it helped me to understand also kind of, the way that I need to deliver my messages, okay, for the specific, demographic that I target with my work. Okay. And so I learned a lot, being on the receiving end of it, uh, and also, going back into my work, as a healer, as a teacher, as a light worker, being, after having, had to heal myself and nurse myself back to health, you know what I'm saying? understanding what is actually needed, for specific things. And so now that I'm stronger, I'm able to now stomach more. And that's not stomach, but it really was. I really was so delicate that it was literally a matter of being able to stomach a person's energy, you know what I'm saying, and their delivery. And it wasn't a matter of them being wrong in the way that they were moving. It was about, me being damaged, me being, very delicate and very vulnerable and needing, like I said, some very specialized care. So there were, some specific readers that were very instrumental in helping me nurse me back to health when I was at my weakest. Okay. So now, like I said, I stumbled across this one, and this is a male reader who, for some reason, when I woke up from this dream, and I didn't dream, I feel like I did have a dream, but I don't remember anything about a dream. Okay, but I do feel that I had a dream, and it will come back to me. But somehow, when I woke up, I just knew to go to this reader, like I was led to him. I've never seen this man before in my life. Okay, and so what I was reminded of was that, you know, what the final like little energy that I needed to release and purge, that I needed to acknowledge, okay, was the fact that, when I was going through, when my relationship was breaking down, okay, and and I felt that a lot of the energy, the words, and the way that my ex was starting to try to treat me, it was completely out of character for him. And I knew that he was being influenced by other people. There were outside influences. And like I said, the thought that you would allow yourself to be influenced, period. Okay, by other, and that, disgusts me. I just don't, I don't respect that. Okay. And so, but I know for a fact that there were specific, people, that were influencing, um, the way that he was acting and the way that he was treating me. Like it was the energy that he was absorbing, okay, and bringing back to me, and then also his own thoughts and thought process, was also being influenced, okay. The way that he saw me, the way that he thought of me, the way that he judged me was being influenced, okay, by very low vibrating people who actually had the nerve, the audacity to have an elitist attitude, okay. You know what I'm saying? Vibrating very low, okay, low, just low, and so those happen, those tend to be the ones who have, this quote unquote elitist attitude, the ones who aren't offering a very high vibration at all. Okay, because like I said, it's all, basically boils down to narcissistic delusions of grandeur. You know what I'm saying? People who actually have the nerve, the gall, the audacity to, try to judge other people for their lifestyle, for their beliefs. Okay. So right now, this is a year later. It'll be a year coming up on the 13th of this month, and I will be celebrating. Okay. The anniversary of my freedom from the devil. Okay. Devil energy. And so, the influence of the devil in many forms. Okay. And so, I know for a fact that there were certain people that were influencing him. And I don't know all of them, but I know for a fact that he would talk to his uncle about me. Okay. He would talk to his daughter about me, because I've actually been sitting right next to him when she has called, and her whole subject matter of the reason for the call was to, ask him and question him about, whether he was in love. He was really in love with that witch. Okay. And whether, you're really going to put that quote unquote witch before her and her son. Okay. How are these things even correlated? How is a man's wife, or a man's, choice of mate, in any way, interfering, unless, that mate is toxic, okay, with a relationship that he has with his child, okay, with his offspring, and his, with his offspring. And so, just the levels of jealousy and the forms of jealousy, I literally heard her. You could hear her on the phone to where he tried to get up and walk away. I had already heard her. Like, first of all, you know, none of these people have ever met me. I know for a fact that he also would talk to certain coworkers about me. Okay, um, because of conversations that I've heard where a male coworker is calling you and on the other end bitching about his woman or his wife or whatever, and being disrespectful, calling this woman a bitch and saying, just being very immature and very disrespectful, to the point where I can ascertain, okay, that y'all have been at work, complaining together. Okay, this is why he calls you to continue, okay, the conversation and continue the bitch assness, okay, of, let's complain together about our women and call them bitches and disrespect them. We're complaining about them, asking us to grow up, that we're complaining about them, requiring us to, be more responsible. We're angry at them for holding us accountable for the things that we've done. Okay. And so this is what, the tone that I got from the friend when he would call. You know what I'm saying? You calling him to continue your conversation of basically complaining about women. You know what I'm saying? So, you start to question, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Could they possibly be on the DL? Okay. Because what kind of men, don't love women? Okay. You know, you have to really be questioning all of these things. Okay. And so the male coworker that would call, the daughter that would call, the uncle that you would always run to when we would argue, I know you're complaining, lying, making me look evil, emphasizing the fact that she's a quote unquote witch, all of that, okay? But at the end of the day, my people, the truth always prevails. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the divine will prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. This is true. This is truth that you will live through. Okay? So the truth that I teach is a truth that once you accept it in as a truth, you will be made to live through it. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't come, over here talking about knowing the path if you're not ready to walk the path. Okay? Because, connecting with certain people on a certain level will place you firmly 10 toes down on the path. So if if you're just talking about it, not ready to be about it, I suggest you click off now, because, again, the truth will always place you firmly 10 toes down on the true path, okay, to alignment with the most compassionate creator, okay? And so I fell asleep earlier. Like I said, I've been feeling like, I've been feeling pretty good, good things. I mean, God-sized blessings have been falling, not only into my life, but the people that are also around me. We are all being blessed, okay? And the blessings are getting bigger and bigger because the spirits are saying, dream bigger. We like to bless people with bigger dreams. We don't do small. We need you to have God-sized dreams, okay, and blessings. This is what we want to give you. You know what I'm saying? We don't really like to go small. You know what I'm saying? We need you to, to raise the bar, okay? And so in order to even be able to do that and know what you deserve, as Kaizen Blue is talking about in our background music, okay? Kaizen Blue is a YouTuber, by the way. I will be linking his channel in the description, okay? Because this is, at this point in the path, my people, it is about knowing what you deserve. It's about knowing your worth, your value, and understanding that once I'm standing 10 toes down firmly on this path, knowing what I deserve, the universe, the laws have already been put in place. Universal laws that guarantee that the self-love that I am, feeling within myself will be reflected back to me by the mirror that is the universe. Okay. And so this is why self-love is so very important. This is why self-care is so very important, because you need to know, it's very pertinent. It's required that you understand what you deserve. Okay. So that when these blessings begin to fall in your life, when they begin to appear, that you don't reject them, that you know, you use them accordingly, that you receive them fully. The blessings come in all forms. Okay. So anyway, the rest that I got earlier, it was very peaceful. It was, I slept in a sense of serenity that I feel beginning to envelop my entire existence as I began to refine my own, you know, energy, as I begin to, raise my own vibration and stay in the higher realms. Okay. Um, you do begin to be enveloped by, this very uh, pervasive sense of peace and well-being. Okay. And so anyway, y'all, I slept well, even though it probably may have only been a few hours. It was more than what I usually get. It was what I needed. And when I woke up, I was guided to this tarot reader again. That was a man. And I usually don't listen to a lot of the male readers, but I've gotten stronger over this past year. I can take a lot of things that I couldn't take a year ago. You know what I'm saying? And so I was guided to him, and I love his energy. And he reminded me about the people, the influences, okay? And that, yes, they too will also uh, get their just due. That the energy that they put out and the negative influence that they had over my life, over my experience, that they will they did incur karmic debt when they chose to involve themselves. Okay. So I wanted to share this reading with you guys, because it really, because really I have felt like, okay, I'm over it. I'm ready to forgive. The things that I felt that I needed to see or understand to be able to feel that I could move forward. I do feel that I have been revealed enough, okay, by the divine. I feel that I've seen all that I need to see in order to be able to forgive and move forward. And so, I was just, I'm like, I'm ready to go, and so I was reminded that, wait a minute, there's a little bit of residual energy. You forgot about the outside influences. Okay. But so spirit needed to remind me that those people are also, you know, considered enemies, and that there are still energetic cords connected to those people as well. Even if I didn't know who they were, there's still cords connected because of the way in which that they were focused upon me and focused upon ruining my life. Okay. Based on their own jealousy of the masculine, jealousy of what we were building together, jealous because they are in toxic relationships themselves, jealous because for one, I don't really want to speak on it, because but I am going to speak on it, okay? Because my spirit brought me to I can't ignore it, that I need to acknowledge this, you know what I'm saying? The uncle that he would always run to, he was a widower. Okay, his wife had passed years ago. I've never met this uncle, so I can't say whether he was positive or negative, but I'm suspecting that on some level, the uncle even influenced him due to his own, his sense of lack in his own life, his own loneliness. Maybe he had turned bitter, because I do feel that this uncle, who is older than him, he looked up to him like a father figure. And I feel that he was advising him to, basically, leave the union. I know for a fact that the daughter was doing this. I know for a fact that the friend, the coworker, was doing this. Okay. And none of these people have ever met me. And yet these people are all my enemies, okay? And so they probably, I do feel that, at least one of them was, one of the people who was harassing me, for a very long time. as a troll account on, a couple of my channels. Okay. I feel that the karmic, whoever, the karmic is, I feel in my case, my ex, I feel he has more than one karmic. I feel that there are more than, one person that he was unfaithful with me with. Okay. And so, but regardless, these people, the ones that were aware and knew exactly what they were doing as far as, trying to seduce the masculine out of the union, trying to change the way that the masculine sees his feminine, um, purposely seeing how easily influenced that the masculine was, um, you know, using your ability to influence, uh, them to break up a divine union. Okay. And so, I was ready to just move forward. I'm like, I have forgiven. I'm just ready to move forward. And spirit's like, no, you got a little bit of residual energy here. You've forgotten about the enemies. Okay. We gotta remind you of those because, these cords also need to be cut. Okay. And you need to also understand that because we value you so much, that these people will also pay for the role that they played. Okay. In the destruction, okay, of, trying to put asunder that which the our most compassionate creator has brought together. Okay. So every twin flame union is still a union, okay, in the higher realms in 5D. But in 3D, these players were the ones who were instrumental in breaking your union apart. Okay. So these people also have to pay their karmic debts, and it's time. It's time. Okay. You're running into narcissistic men. It's your vibration, hon. A lot of us are natural healers, so we naturally attract those that need healing. Okay, if that makes sense. Okay, or it's your own lack of self-love, and this is what they came to mirror back to you, and you don't realize that it's something that's in our subconscious that we are not aware of, and so we tend to be in denial that we are, that there is a lack of self-love. Okay. And so if we put up with the narcissist, and if we accept this sort of behavior and accept this sort of treatment, this is going to show us our level of self-love, how much of their behavior that we are willing to put up with. They are basically a direct mirror of, that lack that we, because a person who loves themselves, no matter how much we think that we love another, if that person is not treating us in a way that we know that we deserve, then we will cut ties with that person, regardless of the pain, regardless of, whatever. It's about a level. It's about respecting and loving yourself, above all else. And it's never healthy to love another more than you love the self. Okay. So, it's one of the two. With me, I feel like it was a little bit of both. As a healer, I do attract those that need the healing. At the same time, I myself needed to heal myself. And so, the narc in my life was a reflection of, you know, the need for me to heal myself, and also was someone that was magnetized to me because of their own need of healing. But this is how the twin flames work. It's really just a mirror of yourself. It is your soul in two bodies. Okay. So yeah, it's about knowing what you deserve. It's about loving yourself and seeing that reflected from in the world, in the universe, which is just a mirror. So the point of the video, you guys, was that I took a nap. I woke up feeling refreshed. Now, who wakes up feeling refreshed at 3 a.m.? Okay, but I did. And I was led to this reader. And it was what I needed to hear from spirit, to release that last little residual energy and cut the cords, the ties that were made by the enemy, that still connects them to me because of their influence, their negative influence over my life. Because right now, these people are getting their karma. It's their time. And so me be, ready to just go. I had forgotten about them. Okay. Almost. But I remember when I was going through my deepest pain and I was at my weakest and I was feeling so wronged and like I had suffered such a grievous injustice. Because I would be, feeling in my spirit like, this is not right. Me being a Libra rising, those scales must be balanced, okay? And I would just know that this is not right. I'm glad it makes sense, confidence. So yeah, this rabbit hole is deep, but it does come with understanding, and that understanding is what helps expand our consciousness, which expands our auric field and our sphere of influence on other people. So, it expands our ability to be able to help and to heal, ourselves and then other people. So, it's not easy, but it is a beautiful path. It is a very rewarding one. So, I had almost forgotten about the enemies who had, like I said, influenced the masculine. Because for me, at the end of the day, I was blaming him for allowing himself to be influenced. You know what I'm saying? I don't respect that. You know me, and these people don't know me. But what they know are the lies that are lies that you've been telling them, and they believe it. And so they judged me um, based on your lies. Okay. And formed, an opinion of me, formed an opinion of what they think that I deserved and didn't deserve. And you know what I'm saying? They influenced the masculine to be neglectful and abusive, towards me. And so, of course, these people have to pay. And this was not something that that I called upon them. I have been told to be still, and I've been still the whole time and watched all of my enemies get gathered. Okay, to the point where I almost feel sorry for them, but almost doesn't count. I know what I deserve, okay? And so I'm gonna sit back and I have to allow this to also go down, because all these people are experiencing are the effects of what they intended to cause for me, a child of the universe, directly connected to the source. These people made a big mistake. So when I woke up, confident soul, yeah, he believes his own lies. That's the crazy part, because it's like, I know he believes his own lies because he actually was acting towards me as if the things that he had been saying were true. When, in our reality that we shared together, that none of the things that you have said about me have actually happened. So you appear to be insane to me. Okay. And so, like I said, I woke up to the video, and I was led to this reader. So I want to share the reading with you guys. Okay. Because I do feel that the message really doesn't just apply to me. And by the way, I am so loving this new energy that we're in. I'm loving it. It feels somewhat familiar, but then very new at the same time. Very sleek and opulent and polished, very radiant. I'm loving it. Okay. And I can't wait till everyone else joins us. Okay. And until I can stay here permanently as well. Okay. So, in order to do that, it is, required to just cut all the ties. Okay. So that last little residual energy, the final purge, is one of the outside influences in the cutting those cords. Okay. That they have to me. And so the reader, I'm just going to play the reading, okay, and then we'll follow along with it, as we go, because I love his energy. His channel is Boss Tarot, okay, and it's a divine feminine reading, okay. So the title to this one is a divine feminine. Your divine masculine's family and friends are going to catch hell for turning him against you, okay. And this was when I woke up. Like I said, I dreamt something. I don't remember anything about the dream, okay? But I dreamt something, I don't know. And when I woke up, I just knew that I was led to this particular video, okay? Which basically did help me release because it was so on point and so exactly what happened in my relationship, and I know, and a lot of it, I just know intuitively, okay, along with the evidence that I had, and I don't ever doubt my intuition. And so, yeah, so I'm just going to play the video and we're going to go along with it. So, feel free to comment. And I may pause it, to do my little commentary. But again, this is Boss Tarot, Divine Feminine. Your Divine Masculine's family and friends are going to catch hell for turning him against you.
The Divine Masculine, the family, the friends, they about to catch some hell. When I tell you they about to catch some hell, they about to catch some hell. Because first and foremost, you can't interject yourself in a divine partnership, okay? You can allow someone to give them good cultural advice, but you don't put your heavy foot in a relationship. And at the end of the day, these people around the divine masculine was causing him to do actions against you guys that were like spiritually inappropriate. When I'm talking about mental abuse, okay? Some of you guys are getting verbal abuse. This man did abusive behavior to you guys at the end of the day, and he was pushed by people around him. I'm hearing females, I'm hearing the men around him. They were causing all this turmoil and stuff in your life, okay?
So I hope y'all can hear it. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit to make sure that it will be heard on the recording, because this is the reason why. Because I feel like a lot of other people experienced this same storyline. Because the reason why is because I get it a lot in the readings that I do. Okay, so he was basically talking about how he was influenced. Again, it's spiritually inappropriate. Okay, so he was influenced by friends, family members. He said he was feeling females, and males. It just the people, like I said, the same energies that I was feeling when he was coming back to me with this toxicity.
Because when you met this guy, whatever, I believe that you were like in your younger years, you're like, okay, well, something, like, you hope for the best in the situation, you hope for the best in the interaction. But this man here, he was an elitist at the time period. Your divine masculine was an elitist, okay? His friends were elitists, you know what I'm saying? They snobby, they were stuck up, you know what I'm saying? They pushing things to him saying, like, okay, well, so you can do better than your divine feminine. He had feelings for you guys. But he wasn't man enough to go with them feelings to pursue you because he was being influenced. But guess what? When you influence the divine masculine, you better make sure your shit's kosher. Because when you do it, and it's not kosher, your shit don't fall apart. And what they don't know is this shit about to fall apart. And that's
so basically, like I said, I was and a lot of these people, they are in their own relationships. Some of them are married. Some of them might be seeing different people or whatever. And so basically, what he was saying, and like I said, it's basically just a case of what they intended to happen to you, what they caused to happen to you. Now it's happening to them. Okay. And I know this because it's a very karmic time with all of these planets being in retrograde. Okay. Mars just joining the rest of the planets. Okay. Neptune, Saturn, Pluto, and Mercury. You know what I'm saying? All in retrograde. And so, this is a very karmic time where, especially people, who are divinely protected. The karma for your enemies is coming back real swift and very smooth. Okay. And so, I've been literally witnessing this and watching it.
I won't get those details because I'm about to serve them with the Molly was good. Molly was good. Let's go into it, okay? So we got the 9 of
Miley was good.
Yeah,
and the thing about it was, y'all, that, like I said, I thought that I'm done, I'm able to forgive him and blah, blah, blah. And I knew that those people had, influenced. And I knew, because like I said, when I was going through my excruciating pain, I would always be saying, this is not right. This was not supposed to happen. This is not balanced. And like I said, when you have that Libra very strongly in your chart, it's a very deep disturbance when things are not balanced. Okay. You will not be settled in your spirit until things do get balanced. Okay. And so that was what I felt. But after coming so far on my path, I felt like, I wasn't even thinking about them anymore. I was focused on being able to forgive him. That was the biggest thing, and being able to move forward, because that's all I want to be able to do. Okay. And so, but like I said, when I went to sleep, whatever happened when I was asleep, I woke up and I knew, I went to him and basically was reminded of the enemies, and you need to release them as well. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like residual energy. But that ass whooping is very, very prominent. Okay, it's not residual at all. It's very present. Okay.
The rise in the verse, and manifest. The fool in the verse, 10 rise, and the king of swords. Okay. First and foremost, what's coming in for their life is a whole lot of confusion, a whole lot of havoc. Their job scenarios, these family and friends, they don't have no stability, okay?
So this is what they was trying to cause for you. He's saying, their stability is messed up. We know this. We're all in COVID, okay? So, a lot of the divine feminines, we're basically, like I said, in a state of grace. We are blessed. We're doing just fine, okay? Because we had already removed ourselves from the matrix. We had already become, independent, and we were already, what I'm saying, doing our thing, okay? And so, and we were also being ridiculed for our lifestyles and being, for being unconventional and doing things in our own way by these very people. Okay, so now these people who thought they were so stable in their quote unquote jobs as, worker bees, what I'm saying? They felt that they were so stable and they were doing, what was noble, and, they thought that they were quote unquote elitist. Now, those quote unquote jobs don't exist. Okay, and everything that you were building, your false ego and your false sense of value, okay, and being better than people, none of that is there to uphold their false, their false identity. And so all of their, falsities are just breaking down right now.
They think they win it now, that the karmic has their throne, you know what I'm saying? That's the place of power. They think, oh, that's the best option for the divine masculine. They don't know that negative energy that they put on that throne with that karmic, that's going to influence them. Because at the end of the day, you guys have the divine connection. So at the end of the day, that was going to actually influence them for the better.
Exactly. So what they don't understand is, if they're connected to the masculine in any kind of way, him being prosperous, him being happy, him being successful, was also going to bless them. Okay. And the fact that he got turned down a wrong road and now is going in the wrong direction and is just as toxic and is just as broke and low vibrating as y'all are. You are all losing. Okay, he ain't got nothing to share with you but more toxicity. When if he had gone with the divine connection, then his blessings would have continued to flow. He would have continued to grow and progress and had something positive to share with those people.
Their lives, right? They were going to reap the benefits with you guys' connection happening and manifesting in the damn 3D. But since they pushed everything away, you know what I'm saying, and pushed your divine masculine to the place of pick this karma over you guys, guess what? They're going to have burdens, okay? Burdens. They won't be able to manifest. They're going to see their businesses troubled down because at the end of the day or whatever, any type of business that they have or whatever they try to venture into, they're going to see a whole lot of confusion. They're going to have a whole lot of lies against them, okay? They don't.
This is because there were lies told against me. There was judgment. How are you judging somebody that you don't even know? Okay. And how are you so, you have no discernment as far as like when you're listening to someone who's telling you a lie, which I know that the masculine was doing, that you don't have enough discernment to see the holes in the story, to ask yourself or ask the masculine, well, what part did you play? Okay, what did you say? What did you do in order to, to influence this behavior that you saying that that you coming and complaining about the feminine exhibiting? Okay, what part did you play in it? What are you holding yourself accountable for? And so these people, they listen to a one-sided story, they formed a one-sided opinion, and now they're getting that one-sided ass whooping by the universe. Okay.
That's a whole lot of toxic relationships they're gonna be running into. When you break down the divine feminine, divine masculine relationship, be prepared that your own relationship gonna be fucked up. Don't think, look, this even come. I heard mother like, don't you?
Okay, so y'all sitting up thinking that your marriage is safe, thinking that your relationships are safe, but you dibbling and dabbling and all off up in somebody else's business that deeply, and you actually think that your relationships are safe. They're not.
Think that the mom ain't gonna be affected, okay? Because at the end of the day, You don't make your son codependent on your energy. You give him a
Exactly.
chance to go about in his own way. You know what I'm saying? As far as his own manhood. Because at the end of the day, you bring on the devil in your own relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know how to stand in your own lane. You know what I'm saying? And the divine masculine or whatever, he was so troubled by this codependency of his childhood and also these friends. The only thing that is going to really bring it to a conclusion that, okay, this shit is messed up is to see that the whole interaction with these friends and these mothers, fathers, you know what I'm saying, best cousin that
Daughters,
you knew for 10
uncles,
years or whatever the
co-workers.
hell you dealing with, it's going to fall apart.
Okay. It's because, and basically that is what has happened. I mean, he was so on point because, when you withdraw your energy, which is exactly what I did, they are forced to be around these people and spend more time around them. And they're therefore seeing, more and more of the truth of who these people are, seeing that these people's relationships ain't even solid. Okay. But they're trying to advise you on yours, seeing that their finances ain't even as solid as yours, seeing that they were jealous of you and what you were building and jealous of your relationship and your happiness. Okay.
You don't realize that all these friends I got, they're toxic as hell. Because at the end of the day, they own life is falling apart. While they don't influence you to do these negative things, guess what? They negative themselves, okay? Because he got them
Exactly.
on a high pedestal. Because he's father. He don't realize why he has them on a high pedestal. He's doing with traditions and values and stuff like that or whatever. But he doesn't even realize that, okay, you know something, at the end of the day, that these people who have this elitist behavior that's going on here, guess what? They ain't even living by it. Okay.
Exactly. Okay. Their relationships are toxic. Okay. They're not happy. They haven't learned how to achieve joy. So how they going to try to tell you and advise you on how to achieve joy, how to fix your relationships when they can't even fix their own? Okay. So basically, like I said, I know that no matter how much pain that I caused myself and took an L in this situation, I knew that I was doing the right thing. Okay. I preserved my own integrity, my own self-respect. Okay. And I also withdrew my energy, which they didn't realize that they was all using, okay, to power themselves up. It was my energy that gave him his confidence back. Okay. It was my energy that built him up to even be able to be doing the things that he was doing. And so when I took it back, then, everything deflated. Okay. And he don't have anything to bring to y'all. All the charisma, all of the little confidence and whatever else that, y'all thought you were getting from him, that was actually my energy, honey.
And at the end of the day, he gonna see that their manifestations, they can't even grow. Because he had them like in a place where it's saying like, okay, these people around me, these are the ones that are like the movers and the shakers. He gonna wind up seeing that every person that's gonna be around him that really stood against you guys as union, that didn't take a step back to say, okay, you know something, really go about that process in a calm way, check and see how this goes. You know what I'm saying? Like be a man and woman about it to say, you know
Exactly.
something, get to know the person in the proper way. Anyone that bad mouth you guys is gonna catch this double card, okay?
Okay. And it's because, like I said, if you know that you had nothing but, good intentions for a person, and that there was nothing but good intentions behind everything that you done or said to that person. Now, you don't want to, equate that or compare that to the times when the person is provoking you, when the person is just taking you all out of your character, okay, being narcissistic. Okay, we know what they how they do. They want to use those times when they have provoked you out of your character, and they will take text messages and things that you said, and this is what they go back and tell the people that this is just how you just came at them. You just woke up in the morning with no reason at all and just woke up and it was out of character and said all these horrible things to them. And they just don't understand. They're always a victim of everything, when what I'm saying, that's like a very small, like 1% of the truth of what has happened. You know what I'm saying? And that everything that they're saying about you is completely out of character. And anyone that actually knows you knows this. You know what I'm saying? But these people who also have this sideline jealousy of your relationship overall, he is not discerning about this. Okay, cannot see it, because a lot of the masculine suffer from low self-image themselves and low self-esteem, low self-worth. And so they don't see the value that they have. And so they don't understand what it is that these people have to be jealous of. Okay. They don't understand that you had a lot for these people to be jealous of. Okay. You had, someone who was loyal, someone that loved you. You were building things. You know what I'm saying? You were growing. You had success. You know what I'm saying? You were expanding and, and actually had joy. You know what I'm saying? You actually had a relationship that you were happy in. And people envy those things. And the masculine, they just go out and they're so naive. They trust these people. They look up to them. They think that these people are living a better life than they are. They think that the grass is greener. But when so basically when you pull yourself back from the masculine, then they're forced to be in these people's presence, like I said, for longer amounts of time, to actually see the truth of what's going on. And that's what actually brings these revelations
They
about.
won't be able to
Okay.
manifest nothing. Okay, the Queen of Wands in reverse, they can't get bound in looks. They can't get bound on their energy. Their energy's gonna be bound down with that devil card. Okay, gonna be completely bound down because at the end of the day, you know something. Queen of Wands upright, you can manifest that shit. You can go about it in a powerful way. You can go about it and say, okay, you know something, like I'm thinking this energy right here, I want to manifest it in my 3D. Guess what? Everything they think they won't be able to manifest. They won't be able to manifest because you know something. When you spread toxic energy, when you are telling the divine masculine to abuse the divine feminine, nothing in your life is gonna go right. Okay, nobody's gonna take a chance with you because everywhere they go, the family and the friends, they're gonna see them as toxic. Okay.
Because I really felt that I believe in my situation, and probably in a lot of yours as well. It would not have gone down the exact way that it had gone down uh had those outside influences not been influencing. Like I said, I went straight to blaming him, and I still do because, like I said, you shouldn't have allowed yourself to be influenced. Okay. But at the same time, the universe is saying that these people will still, be reprimanded for their ill intent. Okay. Because they did have an intent. Okay. To destroy this union. Okay. And so this is why they have to pay.
Okay, they don't want to take a risk with you. You know what I'm saying? The same shit that he gave, the same shit that they gave to your divine masculine as far as not taking a risk with you. You know what I'm saying? Not actually going about exploring you in the proper way, exploring the interaction in the proper way. Guess what? Every risk that they go about, by their job, their career, their family, everything that they say, okay, no, well, let's go move away. You know what I'm saying? Let's go start anew, and they're gonna manifest right. You know
That's
what I'm
how
saying?
karma
They know
works.
that shit. They know that shit. Y'all like, oh, damn, boss, that's a little harsh. No, let me tell you something. Because you don't go about abusing behavior. You don't cheer somebody on to abuse anybody, okay? It's too late to apologize. That's the song.
It is too late to apologize. And I do know that in my situation that these people were cheering. I could feel it. You know what I'm saying? Energetically, like there were so many people against this union who none of them that I've ever met. You know what I'm saying? But they were so for him doing this, to me because of the things that he had told them about me, which were none of them based in truth. Okay. And so, they felt like, yeah, she deserves it. And so, I even had a family member say to me, yeah, you finally getting some of your shit back that you've been doing to people or whatever. And I'm like, what have I been doing to people? You know what I'm saying? So the narc had even gotten to this family member. You know what I'm saying? And I felt that this family member had kicked me when I was down. And how dare you, when you knew that this person was a narcissist before we broke up. And then after we break up, you're sitting here listening to their sob stories and their lies, and had the nerve to come at me with some of that narcissistic bullshit about you getting what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? But what have I ever done to you? What have you ever seen me do to anybody? You know what I'm saying? That warrants, being abandoned. Okay. But like I said, what goes around, it comes around. And right now it's coming around on those asses. Okay.
I'm resonating with vulnerable. It's too damn late to apologize. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, this is not, at the end of the day, this right here is a spiritual offense right here. This
Yes,
is a
it
spiritual
is.
offense. when you going about any type of behavior, when you already know you lurking in the shadows, thinking that you ain't gonna be found out, trust and believe, you're gonna be found out. Because guess what? They still watching you. They still watching you grow. They still watching you manifest. They know what the fuck they did. Okay? They just waiting for that damn ball to drop. Okay? They just waiting for that whole ball to drop like a big old piece drop for New Year's. That's what they waiting for. You know what I'm saying? They got a shit in Atlanta. But I tell you this, they are definitely fearing the outcome of what they did because they know that at the end of the day, you're shining. Okay.
And I can feel that I can feel their fear. You know what I'm saying? Because it's too apparent to try to ignore what's happening. You know what I'm saying? It's too apparent. The karma is coming down so hard on my enemies that, you know what I'm saying? It's inescapable. It's undeniable. Okay.
And they getting more burdens and burdens and burdens put on their back. That's a 10 rods right there, okay?
More and more burdens. You know, they gonna learn today.
They ain't gonna be able to think clearly. They're not gonna be able to make good decisions on their own life and their own.
Exactly, confident soul. I love his energy because it's true. It is so true.
Okay, because at the end of the day, your divine masculine know this shit. He needs to see his circle what it is. He needs to see his circle the trash that they are.
Yes.
Okay. I don't care if it's like I said before, I don't care mother, father, I don't care if it's cousins, whatever the case may be. He needs to say, you know, something, because the King of Swords says, you know something, I need to set boundaries with mess. Okay.
Yes.
The King of Swords will come out until you actually get through some shit.
Because, you know, if you're a divine feminine, you know, you need to understand that your masculine was supposed to protect you. He was supposed to defend you, defend your honor. He was supposed to defend and protect the union. He shouldn't have been even telling y'all business to nobody. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't have been talking about you to other people. He should not have betrayed you. Okay, so at the end of the day, they're all going to pay him, the karmic, okay? The karmic who knew that you existed. Okay, for some of you, the karmic has even been up in your home. Okay, when you were not around, they have all been dirty and low down and very low vibratory, and they're going to experience the effects of vibrating so damn low.
He don't see all this shit from his circle, this elite circle that he was dealing with. Because I really believe that this man was really just come off.
I know, I love his energy.
His ability, the money he made, the cash he going with. It ain't gonna grow for him because guess what? His energy is turning negative because he missed the connection. And guess what? The divine masculine energy is strong as fuck. It's strong as fuck. It's strong like y'all energy, but y'all in the positive aspect. So you guys are gonna grow and manifest things in the positive direction. So everybody that y'all meet and be involved with, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's friend, whether it's your enemy down the street, they gonna have a prosperous, you know, outcome from the situation because your life is present in their life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like a hello.
So, you know, like I said, it's even about like what I was talking about earlier, you know, with your aura expanding, you know, with your consciousness, then, you know, your sphere of influence and you being able to positively affect other people. Okay. As for some of you, you know, the light coming from you is so intense and so far reaching that your mere presence alone, it has a positive effect, you know, on people. You know, you can walk into a room, you can walk into an area and have, you know, a positive and healing effect on you know the negativity. You're able to transmute negative and positive negative energy and you know turn it into something positive. And so everybody that you know is influenced by you, everyone that is able to you know be a part of your life, divine feminine, is going to be receive blessings because that just comes with you know with being part of you know that divine light. On the other hand, it's the exact opposite, you know, in the masculine's life.
I'm saying, from the divine feminine, you rocking in positive energy, guess what? People around you gonna reap your benefit. That's how it goes. This man right here, since he doesn't have you, all it is negativity. And that negativity is gonna affect the friends, it's gonna affect the mother, it's gonna affect the cousin, it's gonna affect the father,
daughter,
it's gonna affect
the co-worker,
the best friend in high school, it's gonna affect all of them in a negative way. And so the end you push the divine masculine to a negative direction. You don't think that shit ain't gonna backfire on your ass. It's gonna backfire on your ass. This whole family gonna have some fucked up problems. If you think the divine masculine is gonna be the only one fucked up with their finances, it's gonna affect everybody.
Mm-hmm. And, I know for me and, what I'm watching, that's happening right now as we speak. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, when I went to sleep, like I said, I'm only concerned with, leaving everything behind that doesn't serve me and, packing light enough to be able to move to the next level. Okay. And it's already here. Okay. And so that's where I am. And so I had to be reminded of that little residual energy of, these outside influences and the people who were instrumental in, in breaking up a divine union. Okay. So, and that those people were, committing a spiritual offense and that they have to pay for that. Okay. And we're right now, is the time.
And Carmen, her job gonna be affected. Their mental health is gonna be affected. Everything that he did to y'all in a negative direction, mentally, spiritually, what he robbed, he gonna get it twice over. And the friends gonna catch it too.
Like I said,
the friends about to catch it too.
I almost feel sorry for them.
They put the Carmen on center stage instead of taking the back seat and saying, you know something, at the end of the day, man, I'm gonna have you make your own logical decision. They're gonna try to manipulate and control your person to do what they want to do because they see the karma as somebody a lucrative opportunity. Oh, this is what we want you to be around. This is what we want you to have around us.
That's exactly what I feel like happened in my relationship because, the things that he had started to say to me towards the end when in our first year of being together, he respected what I did. He respected my business. He respected, my spirituality. He respected who I was, at the core. And I could tell that, first of all, I'm so pissed that you were discussing, my private business and, in my life with these people and adding in your own negative, judgments and your lies. Okay. And, making, tainting, what I do, you know what I'm saying, in my spirituality and who I am, and painting this ugly negative picture of me, you know what I'm saying? And so basically this is where they got their opinion of me. This is where they got their little judgment of feeling like I deserved, to be abused. I deserved to be neglected. I deserved to be talked to in any kind of way, treated in any kind of way. When they, these people have never met me. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what I'm connected to. They don't know what I'm working with. They don't know, you know what I'm saying? They know now though. You know what I'm saying? They know now.
It ain't about you, fam. It ain't about you, friends. You stay in your lane as a motherfucking friend. You don't stay in your lane as far as like someone trying to manipulate somebody else's relationship. How the fuck they do that shit?
Okay.
That ain't how it rolls. That ain't how it rolls. This one's y'all. Because this one's y'all. Since y'all been gone. These 8 o'clock right here. Since y'all.
Love it. Boss Tarot. Y'all, this is Boss Tarot. Y'all got to check him out.
Good friendships, healthy mindset. You're enjoying all of that shit right now. Mm-hmm. While everybody's struggling right here, this dynamic, this dichotomy, this whole presence right here, you guys are gonna overcome this situation because at the end of the day, you're not gonna be affected by it. Okay? Because you're nowhere around it.
Exactly.
The energy that was gonna be influenced with the divine masculine in a positive direction, guess what? He ain't gonna reap it. He ain't gonna rip because he had to learn the hard way. Guess what? I need to weed out my damn circle of friends or family that doesn't really know their place in their relationship because he has to reintroduce them to their roles. Okay.
Okay.
At the end of the day,
get in your lane.
Here, okay, these 9 rods, these are like minor roles. Okay. This ain't no major arcana. Why the fuck you treating these people like it's a major arcana? These are just opinions.
Exactly. Okay? Opinions from people who are just as damaged and toxic. Okay. I love his energy because he is so right. He's speaking nothing but the truth, girl.
Okay, I'm gonna show you what my boundaries are. King of Swords gonna let you know you out of line, you out of place.
Exactly.
Somewhere. That ain't what you do.
Exactly, divine feminine. Your masculine should be defending you and telling these people to stay in their lane, that they are out of line, speaking on you. You know what I'm saying? You know, how are you? Like he said, none of them is a major arcana. How are you speaking on the queen? How are you speaking on an empress? You need to get back in your lane. But instead, he, treated those people as if they, had some sort of authority to be speaking on the divine. Okay, and so now they all, like I said, getting gathered and being put back in their places.
At the end of the day, whatever I'm rocking with the divine feminine, that's what I'm rocking with. You're gonna accept it. You're gonna tolerate it. You're gonna bite your tongue, but I don't want to hear from you any type of negativity about the situation. That's a man.
That's a man.
That's a man. Okay.
Okay.
He has to be turned into this.
And if your masculine has not defended you in this way, then he's probably a distorted masculine, and he's not doing what he should be doing in your honor and to honor this union. Okay.
And the circle around has to fall down to pieces. Oh, I bet they decided they influenced him in the wrong direction now because they're going to catch it, okay? While you guys out there, you guys working at the beginning, you guys are happy at work, okay? Everything that y'all touch for the work front and the pinnacles, you're going to grow with, okay? Yep. Everything that you manifest is going to be a manifesting bounty on your side. Because at the end of the day, you guys are showing up on the moon at the end.
Where the fuck they do that at?
You're attracting love to you.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
You know what I'm saying? Just because the comment is in the world that she's in right now, you're not affected by it. Mm-mm. This is the real shit right here. The family and the friends.
The real shit is going down right now.
On your fucking throne, and they're gonna be hating every last minute of it because it's like, damn, they put their own selves in that predicament. But guess what? You should catch your mouth closed. If you can't navigate somebody to think from a logical perspective, you know what I'm saying, to allow them to make their own decisions and not come from a controlling place, you need to shut the fuck up. You know?
Okay. And so basically, you know what I'm saying, they're all reaping you know what I'm saying, the karma from, you know, influencing and cheering on the masculine, you know what I'm saying, to neglect and to, you know, abuse the feminine, you know what I'm saying, to talk to you in any kind of way, to just leave you, you know what I'm saying, to abandon you, you know what I'm saying, to try to think that they play in you, but they all played themselves, okay, because they don't understand that all the abundance is with the Empress, okay, so how dare you disrespect, you know what I'm saying, the Empress.
I'm saying definitely, and that's what they should have did in this situation. Because at the end of the day, they tried to control the divine masculine. He allowed them, though. He allowed that
exactly.
Control, right? You know what I'm saying? To manifest his own actions, to manifest his own problems in his relationships or whatever. Because guess what? Because at the end of the day, he should have used his own brain for clarity in the beginning.
Exactly. That is the message. That part, okay? So that's where I immediately collapsed my decision onto when I knew that he was being influenced by other people. I was disgusted by him. Like, you know, I lost all respect for him for allowing these people to speak on me. You know what I'm saying? When they don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? How dare you not you know, defend me, defend my honor, knowing who I am as a person. You know what I'm saying? You're going to sit here and lie and, you know, want to make everything negative. Like, it's like they insist upon having a negative experience and having everything be negative when they ain't even no negativity there. You know what I'm saying? But you want to make it negative and, you know, to give these negative people, you know what I'm saying, the microphone to speak on the Empress. Okay. So like I said, now, you know, if they don't know, now they know. Okay, they gonna learn today.
Okay, the friends, the family, the ones who thought that were on top, guess what? They ain't on top no more. Okay, the passion's gone. The love you have for these people are gonna dwindle down.
See, the universe will shut down the whole world. Okay, in honor of the Empress. Okay, on account of the Empress. Okay. And so, you know, there was people who thought that they were so secure in their quote unquote 9-to-5 jobs, punching that clock, being a loyal and noble worker bee to someone else, okay? Because they have been programmed to be slaves. And then, you know, speaking against the divine feminine who has, you know, who broke out of that a long time ago, who was his not nobody's slave, okay? Who's been making your own money in your own way. They had the nerve to disrespect you having your own business, okay, and act as if what they were doing made them quote unquote elite, okay. And so, like I said, the universe will shut down the whole world, okay, to prove a point and to honor the Empress and show you that, you know, there is no stability in the matrix, but we're gonna plant the Empress 10 toes down on this spiritual path and prepare a table before her, okay, in your presence, enemy.
Okay? He's going to start to realize who they really truly are. He's going to start to realize what place they have in his life. And at the end of the day, what comes first with the King of Swords? What comes first with the King of Swords is, okay, you know something, at the end of the day, you know, I'm going to make sure that my ideas, my knowledge, my logic is going to take me to the best destiny that I can see for myself, okay? Until he realized that, he had a fucked up situation.
Because, you have to think for yourself. You have to think for yourself. Okay. And because these people, a lot of them are not even as evolved as you are. They're not even as discerning as you are. Okay. So who are they to give you advice on your life? A lot of them not even as old as you are, but you're sitting here asking from outside of yourself for advice on how to move on a divine connection. That was the big mistake. That was the biggest mistake that all of the masculines make, okay, is to be, seeking outside of themselves for direction on how to move in a divine connection, okay? And at the end of the day, everyone who decided to poke their noses into something, okay, trying to put asunder what God had brought together, they all are paying and reaping that now in this very karmic time. Okay, so I just wanted to stop by and share this reading with you guys, because like I said, I'm not the only one who has experienced this, and so I felt that it would be be beneficial to share it, because for me it was very helpful in helping me to cut those ethereal cords with these people who I don't even know, who moved out of jealousy of what they saw me creating with the divine. Anytime that the divine feminine is supported properly and loved properly, there's going to be a bountiful abundance, okay, that's all around her. I am the empress. And so it's a big mistake when you go against that, or when you have been influenced someone to go against it. And like I said, we're in a very karmic time right now. They all feeling it right now. They're all getting it right now. And all is as it should be, my people.
Okay, guys, if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Enjoy your time with me. Okay, guys, have a good one. Okay, good night to you.
Until we meet again, keep it classy, keep it clean, and do what y'all got to do to make shit happen.
This is Boss Roy here with your reading for today.
Remember, you guys, it's very important to know what you deserve, going forward, for you to know your own self-worth, to value yourself, and to demand that anyone entering your sphere of influence, benefiting from your light, you know what I'm saying, values you just as much as you value yourself, or at least as much as you value yourself, that they honor the spirit that is moving through you, that they respect, they show respect, that they act out of integrity when dealing with you, that they handle you with care, okay? And if they cannot, then you withdraw your energy and watch what happens, okay? This is all natural law, and like I said before, my people, all is always as it should be. I'm so glad that you were able to catch me confident. So I do hope that it has been truly helpful. Okay. I knew that that other people were dealing with this, which is why I decided to share. So like I said, all is as it should be. Okay. And I'm going to get out of here, and I'm sending you all peace, love, and many blessings.